Hello, my name is Mervin Evans. I'm a Democrat and I'm running for State Assembly in the 62nd District. Now, the 62nd District is a big district. In fact, let me get the map out for you. The question that I have is, where is the future of California? What's the future of California all about? Let's take a look. The district starts at the ocean, Marina del Rey, El Segundo, Venice. Then it comes inland to south central Los Angeles. I live in the intersection of Crenshaw and Florence. Englewood, Hawthorne, Gardena, Lawndale, and it's a pretty big district. Heads on out to Athens and West Athens, that is. It's a sizable district. There are every type of income structure in the district that you'd believe. There are $1 million, $2 million, $5 million properties that are facing the ocean where the water and the sand meet. And then there are people who are living on public assistance and food stamps. And there's a number of people who are homeless. Okay? And let me be very upfront with you. I am what you'd call a middle of the road or conservative Democrat. Now, what does that mean? I do not believe that gay education serves our children well. Okay? I do not believe that government should take your handgun or your long gun away from you. I believe you need to protect the Second Amendment. I personally think Jerry Brown's the worst thing we've got for California. Period. Okay? No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And I would be perfectly ready, willing, and able to work with Mr. Abe Maldonado and Tim Donnelly. It's just one of the most exciting guys there is. But Tim's got his problems too. Okay, I mean, he thinks he can carry a gun on an airplane. That's a bit rich. But Donnelly is the type of conservative that I have respect for. Okay, and I'm confident he's a good family man, and so is Abe Maldonado. Okay. Now, let me tell you the 4 big things that I'd like to focus my energy on. 1, making every college in this state free. That's the number 1 thing with me. Number 2, 1 strike 50 for crimes against our children. You commit a crime against a child, and you know the crime I'm talking about. You're going to spend 50 years to think about it. No good time credit. Number 3, I am firmly committed to reducing taxes and bringing back jobs to California. We have to do better. Number 4, I am a veteran of the 1st to the 10th Air Cav, U.S. Army. I believe that 1 million veterans being homeless in this country is a national disgrace. Mr. Obama and Mr. Biden, you've got one prisoner of war out there. Bo Bergdahl, you need to do everything you can to bring him home, including a prisoner of war exchange. If you want a candidate who will smile in your face and tell you whatever you think you want to hear, tell you anything, okay, just repeat back to you, and some people can do this very well, okay. They can sit down with you, and they can listen to you for a few minutes. They can determine what you're all about, okay, and they can just repeat back to you what they think will sell you. I'm not your candidate then. I have a fixed set of belief structures. I believe in something. I have a fixed line of thinking. I believe in that. Now, please don't come up and say, Merv Evans, you're anti-gay, because that's the furthest thing from my mind. But I don't believe that gay Scout leaders need to take over the Boy Scouts. I believe that we have a hard enough problem finding Scouts for the Boy Scouts. You know, especially here in South Los Angeles. Kids have to go all the way from Broadway and Manchester, Broadway and Florence, all the way over to Inglewood to get some basic services for the kids. That's a disgrace. I don't believe in AV1266, and Tim Donnelly, I share your position, and I have tremendous respect for the fact that you've decided to pull your kids out of school, the public schools, and put them in private schools. I don't believe that you take little girls and say, oh, you can go in the boys' bathroom. Or boys and tell them, oh, well, if you want to go in the girls' bathroom, just go in the girls' bathroom. Unfortunately, we've seen a number of instances that just didn't work out. That there's a problem. There is not enough adult supervision. There are not enough people you can hire to stand in the restroom with every single student every single day in every single school district. I do not believe that a child who is in kindergarten, first grade, second grade, third grade understands transgender, lesbianism, gay studies. I think that's a bit rich to expect children at that age to understand those issues. Now, some people will say, oh, Merv Evans, you've ran a couple times too many. You might be right. It's a free country. You might be right. I did run against Stephen Bradford last time. There were only two of us on the ballot all year long. I got 27%, he got the rest. Went in a special election against Miss Holly Mitchell. Didn't expect to do well, but I wanted to build up the name ID. Got 19%. That's not anything to be proud of. But I know, with a core base of 19 to 27% of the vote out there, that I can clear a primary. And that's why I'm going to go in this primary, with the knowledge that I have enough votes. I have enough people who agree with me, even though I'm considered conservative, although I call myself middle of the road. I need your help. I need you to take out your checkbook, mark it MERVPAC, MERVPAC, and mail a donation in to P.O. Box 71351, Los Angeles, California 90071. MERVPAC, MERVPAC, P.O. Box 71351, Los Angeles, California 90071. Now, let me tell you why you should do that. If you care about keeping your gun, you care about keeping your firearm, you better watch out for some of these left, so far left they're out in the middle of the ocean, Democrats who are in Sacramento. And certain Democrats in the White House. If you care about your Second Amendment right to have a firearm in your home, you better be very careful. You need to make a donation. If you own a gun shop or a firearms business or firearms related business, you need to make a donation to MERVPAC. If you care about reducing taxes, and stopping taxes from continuing to go up. to stopping the foolish spending. That sounds Tea Party, doesn't it? I'm not afraid. I am not afraid to say, hey, there are a lot of good things about the Tea Party. And the Tea Party is not just for Republicans. If you care about making sure that our children have a safe environment, a drug-free environment, our children are gifts from God. If you are concerned about the fact that 200,000 children are victims every year, 12,000 adult rapes in this state against women. If you don't believe that the gay agenda should be the only agenda, you need to make a donation. If you believe that our colleges should be free, that's the least we can do. With the amount of money they're taking in taxes after Prop 30. That's the least we can do, is make the community colleges, the state, and the university colleges free. Community colleges, CSU, UCs should be free. Now, Merv, you got a lot of young men who are incarcerated. 40%, some would argue. That's very true. And there's things that we can do to reduce that, and there are things that we can do to recycle those individuals back into our community. One of the very first things that I would do is parole to military service, parole into the National Guard. And let me tell you, the National Guard is honored service, good service, and it's a disgrace that the United States only has 100 peacekeepers with the UN. I take the brothers right out the box, parole them in to the military National Guard, and have the National Guard affiliated with UN peacekeeping, and there's dozens of missions worldwide that need to be done. From landmine clearance, to feeding hungry people, to stopping very bad things happening to innocent people who we've ignored too long. Yes, I do believe in parole to military service. There's no white employer who's coming to South LA with $2 or $3 billion payroll to pick up 25,000 to 40,000 individuals who have a checkered past, have question marks in their history. There's no white employer that's going to do that. And there's no black employer who's strong enough to do it. Military service as an employment option. Some folks say, oh, I'm liberal. I think that's a bit rich. I think that's a bit much. Somebody's got to protect you. Somebody's got to do the dirty work to keep you safe here at home. And those somebodies deserve the recognition, the support. Just because you make a life mistake that's going to set you back a few years in custody doesn't dissolve your responsibility to protect this country from enemies, foreign as well as domestic. It doesn't resolve your responsibility to pay your child support either. We can do better. Oh yeah, I'd take every single person we could find, every single guy who's got child support, and I'd put him on an oil rig, a silver mine, gold mine, lumber camp, assembly facility inside the Department of Corrections. Teach them the life skills. Give them the first chance that they didn't have in learning how to work, learning responsibilities of work. That's a bit rich for some people. Some white folks don't understand that you have a whole segment in the black community that's never had an opportunity to have gainful employment. Never had a job. Never had a chance for a job. I don't support Obamacare. I think it's going to be very devastating. It's going to drive full-time employment over to part-time employment. I understand the goals, and I agree with the President's goals, that everyone should have good quality health care. But the way they're going about it, I just think is inappropriate. I think California needs its own answer. And I'm going to work to that answer. And I tell you, I was a vet. So yeah, I'm on vet care. I'm on managed care with the Veterans Administration. You know, I got my card. Okay? I'm a card-carrying veteran. You don't think I'm a card-carrying veteran? What's that? Merv Evans. I need your help. I want your help. I want you to volunteer. I want to come out and speak to your organization, to your church, to your neighbors. I want to have the opportunity to serve you in Sacramento. And I promise you that I will do a good job for you. Not a good job for the governor, not a good job for the lobbyists or the special interests, but I'm going to do a good job for you. Mervin Evans for California State Assembly, 62nd District, a better way. Thank you.